Hi everyone, my name is Charles Wong. I'm the Executive Director for Jaya One Management in Berhad. We are the property managers of Jaya One. Welcome to our yet another session where we use this broadcast to update everyone with regards to important things that are happening in Jaya One, but at the same time keeping everyone updated with regards to how we're responding to the COVID-19 and what changes there are operationally. The date of recording is on the 23rd of July. Time of recording is approximately 6:30 p.m. And I'd like to sort of go through what has been over the past 2 weeks since our last fortnight broadcast. We have seen a sort of averaging of 11 cases that's emerged over the course of the past 2 weeks. I'd like to kind of point out that over the 20th of July we've seen a sudden spike of cases, of 21 cases of new cases, and then on the 21st of July it was another 15 cases, 22nd of July 16 new cases, and then 23rd of July, which is today, we've seen the nine new cases. So this is something that's actually happening, which again kind of tells us all that COVID-19 is still around, and we do need to be careful, and the need for us to maintain social distancing, the need for us to make sure that we practice those key principles still needs to be there. I'd like to sort of shout out that since the last fortnight we received 4 feedbacks in relation to this broadcast, 1 from residents and 3 from commercial. Out of the 4 feedbacks we have received, 3 were from online feedback, 0 from email, 0 from phone calls, 0 from WhatsApp, and 1 from Jaya One Facebook. Before I begin the questions, I'd like to kind of give an overall update of some significant changes that has happened. I'd like to start that on 20th of July, the J1 lift, this is the lift at the Tap Boy site. We've actually enabled the access from the car park basement at P4, so that from P4, level P4, people can actually use those lifts to move up to level G and above. So P4, P3, P2 and P1, the car park basement can now access J1 lift. We've made that accessible since 20th of July. We also wanted to share that the J2 lifts remained only accessible from the level G onwards. So this is one change that we have made. It's part of our sort of slowly recovering and slowly opening Jaya One back up. Also, on the 20th of July, we've seen the road closure at the sort of CIMB site, which is the main entrance. The access to the car park to P1 and P2 on that site has been closed in order to facilitate a lane bridge construction between Ryan and Miho to the school at Jaya One. It is anticipated that the construction would take approximately 3 months. That means entry to the car park for Jaya One is only accessible from the AEON BiG site, and this is going to be about 3 months. So we've moved all of our resources to the temperature checks to that location. We do want to apologize for any inconvenience for the time being. The season parking that serves the direct access from the level G, the main road where the old OCBC bank used to be, that particular access for season parking is still is not affected. So that means season parking can use that direct access straight into P2. The other sort of worthy news, just a big announcements, would be AEON BiG open on the 23rd of July. That's today. And we are pleased to say that it was a very successful opening. We saw many communities coming together to experience the store that opened, along with Tiger Sugar, along with Famous Amos, Sankaya, and coming soon will also be Full Leaf. And Guardian obviously not open too long ago, just before the MCO. So they all of these new tenants sort of join hands. For today, it was a very successful event. Many new people who've never been to Jaya One came. So all in all, I would say that it was a very good day for Jaya One. Right, that being said, let's move on to the questions. that we have received. We want to bring up one particular question from a customer, and the question is as follows. Right, the answer is yes, we can actually improve lighting. Again, I'd like to sort of mention that the lighting levels across the mall, across Jaya One, car park basements have actually been dimmed. These is part and parcel of our sort of financial sort of conservation. We're trying to conserve our cash flow, conserve our cost, in order to sort of meet economic challenges at the moment. As I've said before, we have actually come out of a pandemic, but we are still in an economic recovery period. So a lot of these measures have been put in place operationally to kind of tone services down, to make sure that the businesses here, the management in terms of the cost and its operational cost is reduced, to help everyone in order to cope through this period. We are hopeful that by December of this year, we hope to see financially everyone would actually rebound back up. But until then, we're going to see some areas will remain dim in terms of lighting level. As for this particular area, the Yamaha area, efforts actually being looked into in terms of seeing like how we can actually improve the lighting areas. But again, I wish to sort of put forward that it will not be at 100% level. Well, I'd like to sort of share with everyone there are actually toilets at P2, and it's actually located inside AEON BiG. Now, if you actually move towards the front counter, the checkout counter area, if you look just past that from the outside, you will see actually signages sort of guiding you to the public toilets. Okay, so what we have is the public toilets that was used to be in P2 has since now been adopted by AEON BiG, and they're actually managing this facility. So what you can do actually is just follow the signage that's part of AEON BiG store, and that will take you to the toilet, which is basically right at the end by the electronics section. Well, with regards to this particular question, we would actually like to say that we actually have purchased a different type of bidets. The bidets that we have actually purchased are the bidet spray type one, which is actually fastened onto the toilet seat. Unfortunately, the order that we have placed is still stuck in custom at the moment, and we placed a large quantity order to install in our public toilets. And we're still waiting for custom to actually release these bidets. Once it releases, we will actually install it. And so this will be a sort of like fitted in to the toilet seat area. Right, in respect to this question, we will review the timers for this area. I think for the J1 lift lobbies, on the ground floor and the basement levels, accessing the basement level, we'll probably want to keep them on a lot later at night. So I think we'll reset the timer to probably around 1 a.m. in the morning. I think that should be sufficient. That means all the lift lobbies at J1 and J2 for ground, P1, P2, P3, and P4, we will keep those lift lobby lights on up until 1 a.m. and we'll see how that goes. Right, thank you for the questions. We're glad that so far Jaya One on the whole is actually progressing. We're seeing shoppers actually slowly coming back. Restaurants are slowly recovering. And I can't wait to actually get through to the AGM, where this is the time and place that we'll be to vote on some very key agendas where we hope to temporarily bring some of the service charges down in order to lighten the financial burden of a lot of the owners and investors who own shops, residents, offices. We are very much aware that there has been vacancies are actually growing because some tenants are actually moving out, or in some cases owners that own shop lots, tenants are falling behind rents. As a management, there's only so much we can do. We hope that if the AGM is successful and the vote is passed, and that will support a reduction on service charge up until December, We hope that will allow, enable landlords to ease some of their financial burdens. That also means that we know that they have to pay mortgages to the banks, and also for those landlords that are not as affected financially by this pandemic. We hope that you will maybe consider passing on this savings that you can, or share some of these savings with your tenants, in order to ensure that everyone will be able to sustain through this difficult period. So we hope that our efforts will elevate this situation, and we hope that it will be helpful. So other than that, I hope for all our owners who are watching this, I hope to see you at the AGM. And in the meantime, stay safe and help us stay ahead of the curve. Thank you.